Hi everybody, Mary here from A Recreated Life, and today I am transplanting some houseplants. These are the plants that I'm going to transplant today. This down here is one of the pots that I'm going to be using. That big cactus, when I first started, when I first transplanted that into there, that was way smaller. It's just gotten huge over the winter. So I am going to transplant that. I have this big pot in the sink that I'm going to use. I've also, that pot has holes in the bottom of it, and I need to cover the holes. However, I need rocks for that, and it's all snowy outside today, so I got these. I think they're just cheap colored glass kind of type rocks. I got it at a thrift store, so I'm using those in the bottom to cover the holes. So this big cactus is going to go in that, this one here in the sink, this one down here that you were just looking at. This one here is going to go into this cactus pot after I get it transplanted. And then this little tiny one here, my aloe plant, is going to go into this container when I'm all get done transplanting. This aloe, my sister gave me a piece off of hers. It's outgrown this even, so I'm going to transplant that into a little bit bigger pot. This one here, I got this plant at, I like it because it's got fuzzy leaves. I think they call that lamb's tongue. I'm not really sure, but anyway, I got it at a library that was having a book and plant sale, and boy, it's struggling. The leaves are all turning on it. It's just falling apart. I'm not so sure I can save it, but I'm going to give it a try. And this one here, this baby, my cactus is just thriving. That thing has done so well this winter. So I've got my Miracle-Gro potting soil, and I got all my pots arranged and organized. So today's the day I'm going to do my transplanting. Okay, so here goes. First thing I got to do is get into my Miracle-Gro. So I'm going to get into it. I really like using Miracle-Gro for my houseplants. They seem to thrive on it and do well. I'm using my recycled yogurt container to dip into the Miracle-Gro. I also have a little bit left in a prior bag. I'm just going to use that up first, hoping this goes well. This cactus has just been thriving. Okay, I'm going to bring this a little closer. Normally I would do this outside, but it's not really conducive to planting plants outside today. It's kind of snowy. It's a bright sunshiny day, but there's not really a good place for me to, I could do it on my stairs, but then there's no place to put my camera, so I'm just going to do it in here. Hopefully I won't make too much of a mess. I'm doing my best not to. Within the past, I've always loved having house plants in my house, and within the past few years, I really haven't had a living situation that would allow me to have plants. Then, as you know, a year ago, August, I moved into this place, and it has these huge, beautiful windows. And just so conducive to plants, and so I thought, okay, I'm going to start gathering plants. So what I did was, rather than go buy them, other than that one I got at the library, I had plants given to me from family members. And I now have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 or 10 houseplants now, and they're just thriving. They're doing great. And then I have my arrow garden. I'm doing videos on that, and I'll show you that sometime soon. And so I'd really like to get into herbs and growing more items like that in my house. Okay, I'm going to attempt to take this out now. Hopefully, I don't know how this is going to come out, guys. I'm hoping I don't have to break my pot. I'm hoping I don't break my plant. I'm not quite sure. It's pretty firmly in there. Oh, gosh, I hope I don't break it. maybe if I take a knife and go around the edge, possibly. Oh boy, I think it's got a lot of roots in there, you guys. Oop, I think I got some movement here. Let's see. And I just got ready, I got my pot and I got ready to transplant this plant, and it started blossoming. I thought, well, I can't transplant it while it's blossoming. You shouldn't do that anyway. So it's had the blossoms going for a couple weeks now, so I think it's safe. Oh, I hope I don't break it. This is a struggle, you guys. Feels like it's pretty well in there. I think I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna have to break out some of the dirt along the edges because there's a narrower ridge around the whole pot. It's narrower than this part right here, so it's preventing it, I think, from coming out. It literally feels like it's going to rip apart when I try to, and it's very root bound. So I'm hoping oh boy, it is really root bound, you guys. You know what else I want to do? I want to weten the soil a little bit. Going to kind of wet that down a tad. Okay, so let's give it a whirl. Here it goes. Actually, it still has a lot of buds on it. Oh, come on, buddy. Wow, it's really in there. Oh, yikes. Seems to move when I do it with a knife, but just won't do it. Come on, honey. Oh. Losing a lot of roots. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank goodness. Wow. Phew, guys, that was nerve-wracking. So afraid I was gonna wreck it. Okay, here we go. This is really hard for me, you guys, because my plants are kind of like my babies. I feel like I'm hurting my baby when I transplant a plant and I have to pull it out that hard. I actually waited way too long. I should have done this a long time ago. The roots are really pretty established. This one's done so well, I have to say. It's just thrived. Especially here in this apartment, it's loved it. What I used to do years ago, and what I've started doing here, excuse me, was when I have my houseplants need watering every Sunday, I water my houseplants. It's part of my lady routine. And I put them in the shower. I put them in the shower, and that's how I water my houseplants. Works. Excuse me, guys. There must be something in that soil. There. Oh my God. Goodness, that looks good. I think that might be all I want to put in there. Now I think I will bring this in the shower and water it in there. Okay, so I put my cactus in the shower. When I'm done with all of them, I'll put them all in the shower and I'll take you guys along and show you how I water my plants in the shower. So this one here, boy, I've got my fingers crossed for this one. I'm not so sure I can save it. It almost, to me, feels like it's too wet or something for that plant. However, when I let it dry out, it seems to be worse. So I'm not really sure. Maybe it doesn't like this newspaper in there. Maybe it's pot bound. I do see some roots there. Doesn't look too bad, but maybe it is. Who knows? Got to be delicate with this one because, boy, the leaves break right off very easily. I don't know if any of you guys like houseplants, but wow, I just love mine. You know, maybe I'm not watering it correctly. You know, like I said, I put them all in the shower to water them, except aloe doesn't like that. Aloe likes to be watered from the bottom. It doesn't like its leaves getting wet, it only likes the roots being wet. So maybe that's what I have to try with this one. So this has got Miracle Grow in it. So hopefully this is going to do the trick for this plant. I'm really, really hoping. I mean, it's really kind of gone downhill since I brought it home, so I don't know. Maybe I have it in the wrong place around the house. I don't know, guys. Just there. There's another one. I'll go put that in. I might want to put a little more soil in there. I don't know. Okay, there's another one. So this isn't actually the greatest pot, but it's what I've got, so I'm going with it. Okay, let's see if I can get this baby out. This one I just watered the other day, so I'm hoping I can get it out. This was a baby off of my sister's aloe plant she transplanted for me. See, it doesn't have well-established roots or anything like that, but you know, we'll get it going. This is a better pot for it, I think. Definitely bigger. Maybe I need a little more dirt in there. Okay, so I'll shut off the camera and bring you guys in the shower so you can see how I water them. Okay, so here we are in my shower. I'm going to show you guys how I water my plants in the shower. Now, I'm going to attempt to do this without knocking over my camera and destroying my plants. So I try to go as low as I can. You know, just a drizzle, really. Not much more than that, especially with these plants. And but think about it, guys. My plants have always thrived when I've watered them like this. And I think, you know, if you think about it, this is kind of like a rain. I'm kind of worried about those. The new ones, yikes. Kind of worried about those. Give them a minute to absorb. But I've really, you know, I've done this years ago. I had plants, and I probably had 7 plants that were the size of that cactus. And at that time, I lived in an old farmhouse like this one. And I'm going to let that soak in for a minute, and then I'll probably douse them again. But anyway, at that time, I lived in an old house like this one. Big windows, lots of, I had lace curtains, and so filtered sunlight. And boy, my plants just thrived. And all I had was just basic house plants like these. These really are nothing special. They're just, you know, basic house plants. So, you know, back then, they thrived when I watered them like this, and now they seem to be doing the same thing. I think I'm going to leave them. I don't think I'm going to water anymore. Yeah, I think that's enough. I don't want to overdo it. They're going to have to go through a shock of, you know, the shock of being transplanted to start with. So anyway, so this is how I do it. I just wanted to let you guys see how I water my plants and just let you know this is like the way to do it because they love it. They absolutely thrive when you water them like this. Okay guys, here they are. Aren't they beautiful? All of my transplanted, watered, all of my beautiful plants all being transplanted and hopefully now healthy. But anyway, that's what they all came out for. I'm really happy with them. I think they came out great, especially this cactus. That one was really kind of giving me fits. I knew it was in way too small of a bowl, of a pot, and so I was really anxious to get that taken care of. So there they are, my beautiful plants. I used that much. Look at that. That was, that's how much of the bag I used. That bag was big. I thought it was a 20-pound bag. It's 1 cubic, what do they call it? Cubic foot of potting soil, whatever that equates to. But anyway, it was a pretty good sized bag, and this is what happened with all of this. I took almost the whole thing. I like having a little bit of potting soil on hand, so I don't mind that. Well, anyway, guys, excuse me. That's my plant transplanting video. Hopefully that helped. Probably, I would say the best takeaway you guys could get from this was the watering your plants in the shower. It really does help them. So I hope you like this video, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a video. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.